Molly Parker, she's an Emmy nominee for House of Cards. She's also in Deadwood. She's also in this new amazing show called Doc. People are just going to love this show. So I'm going to let you do us the honors. Tell us what Doc is all about.
Okay. Hi, Trevor. Thanks for having me. Doc is a new medical procedural on Fox, and it has all of the elements of the medical genre that we love, the kind of juicy love triangle and the high stakes and mystery illness, all those things. But at the center of it is a woman who she's the chief of internal medicine at a big hospital in Minneapolis, and she has an accident that leaves her without the last 8 years of her memories. So she loses the last 8 years of her life. She wakes up and thinks she's still married to the man that she loves, that she has this perfect family, and comes to find that none of those things are true.
Yeah, it's very riveting, but people might be thinking, oh, this is kind of too far-fetched for me. I'm not, but this is based on a true story. It's based on an Italian drama, which is then based on an Italian doctor's life. Little creative liberties where it's 12 years versus the 8 years here we see in this show. But this is so exciting to see that we don't know where this is going. This is a real life. What about this excites you as being able to tell this real story?
Well, as you said, it's based originally the concept on a real man, an Italian doctor who had an accident and lost 12 years of his life. And I think that as a premise, I mean, it sounds out of this world, but in fact, this is part of the reality of brain injury. And what works really well for this story is that she is sort of a mystery to herself. So as she is learning who she was and who she became, the audience gets to learn it at the same time. So there's sort of this internal journey, but it gets externalized. It gets told in this drama. So I mean, it's a fantastic situation for drama.
It really is. And it's based, like you said, it's the memory, it's the brain. It's all very confusing where, okay, you break a bone, we know what's going to happen when that bone heals. But the brain is such a mystery in the science world. And
Yeah,
they talk about that in the pilot episode. It's so
yeah.
exciting to see because we don't know where it's going to go. What about the brain injury and all this excites you bringing this to the project as well?
So one of the storylines in the show is that there's something that Amy knew about a colleague of hers. Scott Wolf plays a character in the show who he's not the bad guy, but he's done something that he shouldn't have done, and Amy knows about it. But when she wakes up from the accident, she's forgotten, and he lives in this sort of terror that she's going to remember. So there's those kinds of mysteries. It affords for a lot of secrets and a lot of things that are hidden from Amy, and the potential to manipulate her based on what she knows or doesn't know. She really is forced to believe what other people tell her at the beginning about what happened, who she was, who she became, all of those things.
You're essentially playing two characters in this. The first episode, you're playing this woman who's an established doctor, but then we find out she has this car accident and she forgets these 8 years of her lives and she's
Yeah.
a totally different person. How do you put yourself in that situation where, okay, this is who I'm going to play, but then obviously she's a completely different person?
It's almost to be honest, there's more than like two characters that I'm playing almost. We see her in the present day, we see her who she remembers herself as in the past, but throughout the show we get these glimpses of kind of who she became, and these questions around who are we if we don't remember the things that have happened to us is really an intriguing question. But I will say it was sort of complicated. I kind of had a map up in my trailer of like, okay, she knows this here, doesn't know it there. It required some keeping track.
It's a riveting medical drama. It's unlike any of the other medical dramas on TV right now. Make sure you watch new episodes of Doc streaming Wednesdays on Hulu. Thank you so much, Molly.
Thank you. Thanks for
Yep.
having me,
Yep.
Trevor.
Thank you.